Hey, what's up guys? So in this video I want to get 115 Covenant bookmarks. I hope I get more than that, of course. I'm gonna be spending 1,902 Skystones, aka the price of 2 packs in the shop for Covenant bookmarks. So you usually get 50 bookmarks per pack and they cost 950 Skystones. So 2 of those gives you 100 Covenant bookmarks. And since I'm going to be spending gold to buy them at 184,000 gold per 5 Covenant bookmarks from the secret shop, well, of course, I'd like to have more than 100. So the goal is to get 115, so I can do the 29 summons left to get Dizzy guaranteed. So I'm going to be stopping at 24,103 Skystones. I have 31 bookmarks right now. I've done the calculations already. I have 26,951,261 gold, 26,005 Skystones. Let's begin. I turned off the voiceover because I was told that the NPC just keeps on repeating, just saying some stuff. I don't know what exactly. I don't even hear what the characters say in the game because my sound is too low to actually hear. I'm recording on my phone. So let's keep on going here. I'm just gonna stop at 24,103. I'm gonna give the result at the end of the video. And yeah, now the reason I'm doing this is, yeah, you on average get more Covenant bookmarks. There we go. By doing it this way, of course you have to pay gold, so that's the unfortunate part. And the good part though is that you can get some very strong pieces of gear. Now what I'm aiming for, this is my second account by the way, what I'm looking for is well, item level 85 for the most part, and it will be jewelry. These are the harder things to obtain in the hunts. Necklace, ring, like crit chance, speed, destruction, things like that, like a necklace with crit damage or crit chance. That'd be really cool. Any substat like on top of that is pretty much icing on the cake. I'm not gonna go for like low quality. I could have checked these boots actually. I kind of want speed boots with 8 speed base, so it becomes 40 speed when it's at plus 15. Always good to have. This account is not as far as my first account in terms of progression, but so what it means is that I'm less picky. There's a higher chance that I buy stuff on this account. Like this necklace, if it was main stat crit damage or crit chance, that goes beautifully with the Lifesteal Abyss set. Let's see that, but I farmed this in Golem. You know, this is not so bad early on. I mean, yeah, I guess it's bad. It's attack percentage on the main stat. But if it was a ring though, you start off with 4 speed. That's a guarantee roll into speed at plus 3 and at plus 15. So it could go between 1 and 4 speed on the first roll, which could definitely be useful early game. Nope, that's a ring. And I don't need the survival stats on a crit base. I'm still picky on my second account though. I'm still picky. So far we got a few Covenant bookmarks. I have a lot of Skystone saved up on this account. Pretty much been saving since I made the account. I need like some substat. So I've been saving since I made the account. Barely used any Skystones converted into energy. I did use some. I did refresh the secret shop to obtain haste, and yeah, for Ken as well, I believe. So yeah, it was a few thousand Skystones. If I didn't do it, I'd probably be above 30,000 by now, something like that. But I'm just progressing with the free energy that's been given to me. Nope. Flat base besides speed, that ain't good. I've done a lot of videos like this, but in this one can probably show you the some of the items I will buy or might buy, because I'm not as far in the progression. Also, I farm Golem 11 on this account, and on my main account, well, I can farm Golem 11, but I mostly farm Wyvern 11. So like on this account, if a good piece of speed gear drops, I would go for it. A good piece of crit set or hit, like these are sets I don't farm for, but of course, like things from Banshee, I would go for those as well. Now this account, the goal is to build teams that are much more tanky. Now that's my goal on my first account for Arena and Guild War defense. But for this account, I'm doing it much earlier, and I'm trying to get solid heroes for my defense. The thing is, I've been doing 4 to 5 star summoning tickets instead of Moonlight summons, and that's definitely one big issue. Because most of the Moonlight heroes, I mean, most of the stronger heroes for defense are in the Moonlight pool. I farmed that set for Golem, from Golem, so it's not a big deal. It is a lot of refreshes. I didn't write it down, it's 600 something. So what you want to buy in here is definitely, well, the Covenant Bookmarks. An easy buy is, of course, an item that is epic. Item level 85. Especially jewelry with a solid main stat. I mean, this you don't buy, it's too low item level. Sometimes it's tempting to check their stats. But even in the early game, I would not buy that. Because you have to spend a lot of materials and a lot of gold to enhance these items. That helm, item level 85 on a speed set, you could have checked that. If it was like 4 speed with like, doesn't really matter what the other substat was. If it's something good like crit damage, health percentage, defense percentage, it could go for different type of characters. But if you got something like a 4 speed or even a 3, that's the thing though, you'll know very early on rare items if it's worth enhancing some more, because you bring it to +6, nope, and you're guaranteed to roll into one of these one of the 2 substats that it came with, depending if it rolled into the one you want, depending if it rolled low or high. Then you will just decide to gamble further and check what the substats are, the other 2 substats, and then you get another roll at +15 that might land on any of the 4 substats that you have. That's the new enhancing system. I feel it's much better. You just know much earlier if the item is worth enhancing further. And the issue with the old system was that you had to just go for perfect items almost, because you were getting the new substats on the initial rolls. So it was very easy to just dump an item if it rolled like a flat stat that wasn't speed. So yeah, but now, I mean, you've got to roll and it's gonna roll in the substats that you have, so it is it's much easier to there's a better chance that you will keep the item, and you know much earlier. Like on a rare, you had to wait for +9, +12, and +15 to start rolling the those stats. So now it's inexpensive. Crit, speed. It's gonna have to go for that. But I mean, it's not speed set. Still, it's good. I'll just buy it. But it can start to pile up, like, because that was a maximum speed roll right there. Oh god. It had to be on a crit set. It's effect resistance, so, and then the substats is like offensive, but 1 speed. That's a pass. That's a pass. That weapon was an easy buy though. I mean, that crit was 1 from perfect. The speed is perfect. It's a crit set, so you only need 2 pieces. Easy to complete. And if you farm Wyvern in the early or even mid game, sometimes even late game, like you can just go with a triple crit set. Like whatever works really. You're still getting a 12% crit chance from every set that you complete. That's a lot of stats right there, especially on a damage dealer. Like, but on supports you'd go like for speed hit, speed, or whatever 2 piece that just fits the hero. But yeah, triple crit, like dual crit set, when one hit set, all these things, like it's all good as long as you get a solid piece of gear with the right substats and you kind of balance your stats. You don't need perfect offensive items like crit damage, speed, attack percentage, like on every slot or almost every. You're gonna need some survival unless you're like using whichever hero has that gear for offense in be it Arena or Guild War, and your purpose is to just clean up the enemy team, just destroy them, and you're not gonna be taking any damage. Now for those setups, of course, you just go for pure damage. So we are, so I said 24,103. Yeah, we're not even halfway yet. So the Covenant Bookmarks situation is that it's been going good early on. Now I feel like it dried out, and I'm getting scammed right now. This vendor is like literally scamming me. He's pretty much laughing at me right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna show him a bunch of garbage. Hope he keeps on refreshing and wastes all his Skystones. Oh, never mind. Might have heard me now. Alright. So this, like, that's 2 defensive substats, but on a rare, even if you're like in the early game, I would just, if it's in a speed set, you still should wait for a speed substat, because sometimes you just enhance a rare to +6 and that's it. Unless you got lucky, let's say everything went in speed, it's all good, and you're like, I'm gonna check what the other 2 substats are, and I'm gonna gamble at +15 to potentially get another roll into speed. Now if you get to that point, that means like you rolled maximum speed. Like you started with 4, you got another 4, another 4, you're at 12. At +6 enhance, you're at 12, or let's say you got to like 11. Yeah, you can definitely push it further. Bring it to +15, you never know, because it's really hard to obtain pieces of gear with more than 12 speed. So yeah, you can take that gamble, especially if those 2 other substats rolled good. like erode something that you can use, something that is like not a flat stat. Of course, you've got speed in that example already. Could have checked that destruction ring, but it's fine. It's fine. So like I said, I need more survival stats on my heroes on this account. So yeah, going from like 4 speed to 11 or 12 at +6, that's major, especially early on. Not on a pair of boots, of course, because you definitely want a pair of boots with 8 speed at the start, so it ends up at 40 speed at +15. But like weapon, helm, chest, and of course necklace and ring, the harder pieces of the puzzle. If you can get like 11 or 12 speed early on, that is crazy. You can with enough speed. What is that? Nope. If you get like all pieces on every slot beside boots at which are gonna be 40 speed with a speed set and whatever, it could be the other 2 pieces could be broken sets. That means like they don't match. You're not completing another set. Nope. I mean, you don't need that much speed to hit high challenger if you have the damage to take out the enemy team. What the issue is that your defense is gonna be the issue. And well, it's not only about having your booster with high speed. The issue is that the higher your combat readiness booster speed is, the more speed you need on the rest of your heroes. So you can't just pull all that speed on a booster and call it a day. You still need to have enough speed on the rest of your damage, be it like your attack buffer, your defense breaker, your cleaver, your damager. They all need some speed, unless you go with a setup of double combat readiness boosters. Let's say you're going with Judith, 117 base speed, and you go with Rose. Rose gives you attack buff. Wait, is it Rose? It is Rose. The ice tank. She gives you attack buff and combat readiness boost. So you've got double combat readiness boosters, and it's so much easier to gear for. It could be 2 damage dealers, 2 area damage dealers. It could be dual single target damage dealers. You could go with one that does an AoE defense down debuff on the enemy team, and then like a Bellona, a Tenebria, and then you could have your damage dealer. Any hero that has good damage, good multipliers on well, skill 2, skill 3 mostly. Even skill 2 can have very strong multipliers that you're just gonna clean up if you go first. You always have counters of, like, if you're facing HowTo, he can cut in, because every time an enemy team hero use a non-attack skill, he gets combat readiness, which allows him to cut in between your heroes, and then with his skill 3 he will lower their combat readiness, remove buffs, and lower their combat readiness, allowing their combat readiness booster to cut in as well, and then you're done. Okay, now, okay, I'm a little more than halfway through here. What my feel is, I don't know exactly how many Covenant bookmarks I've got. That's pretty good. Like this you would get early on, even if the set doesn't, like, it's resist set, whatever. This is 2 guarantee rolls and crit or crit damage, and the rolls were high too, but I'm not going for it. But this is definitely something worth considering in the early game. That, well, it's a crit set unfortunately, but if it was attack percentage and the substat was something percentage, yeah, maybe beside effect resistance, that's not bad, because you know what is going on here. You know that at plus 15, that main stat is going to be multiplied by 5. And well, you might not know, but now you know, because I told you, any main stat, when you have 0 enhancement on an item, you need to multiply by 5, and this will give you the end result at plus 15. Speed effectiveness, hell, that's not bad, but it's 70, and yeah, it's definitely not bad. But I'm gonna be picky, and I'm not gonna go for it because there's flat attack on that. But a lot of players would go for that actually. Resist set is very good for defense in arena or guild war. It's tempting. Those rolls are high. 3 speed, like that's almost maximum on everything. The speed, I believe that's max on 70, or is it 4 and then the rolls are 3 maximum. Effectiveness, I believe, is like 7 max, and health is 7 max. But that flat attack is unfortunate. I will not go for it. I will not go for it. And I would have preferred something else of the sort of the effectiveness. To me, that's not perfect. Like if there was that flat attack, if the effectiveness was defense percentage, no, I would have bought it. I would have bought it. That was a hell. Yeah. Yeah, because I need more, yeah, it would have been better for survival. The effectiveness, like, I might have to drop that on a hero that doesn't need effectiveness, which means it's lowering the odds that I could use it. That's 2 flat stats that are bad. Yeah, they're not speed. Get those a lot in Wyvern 11 on my main account. On the last video that I did refresh for on my main account, to go for Necro and Undine, because I like Dizzy, that was like, I got Dizzy easy, but Necro and Undine, that's a different story though. That is unfortunately defense percentage. That 1 speed too. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Would have been really cool if it was oh, on a resist set. No. But yeah, because you have the lifesteal set from the Abyss. There's 3 different sets currently available in the Abyss, and if you get a pair of boots, lifesteal set with like 40 speed when it's maxed out, that is that's pretty good. Because in most cases in PvP, even in PvE, the best is to have speed boots. You just end up dealing more damage with speed boots. And in PvP, you want to go first, and you're gonna need that speed to catch up to your combat readiness booster. So yeah, lifesteal boots, like 8 speed base that becomes 40, that's really good, especially with good substats. Now, you're taking 1 piece out of the puzzle for that lifesteal set. You can use 3 of these stronger ones that you rolled from the Abyss, from whichever set, but you're probably gonna wear the first set. That's gonna be how would you say that, outphased? Like you would outgrow that. Man, it took a while for that one. You would outgrow that set because the item level is too low, and yeah, unless you roll maximum on everything, or like all the rolls went into whatever you might need, like it could have been all rolls into crit chance, you might, that item might stick around longer, but it will be mostly those 2 last Abyss set that you're gonna wear for a while. Yeah, because if you want those speed boosts, you're gonna have to go with the broken set, or you're gonna have to go with the well, I go for a crit chance set because I farm Wyvern 11. It really depends what hunt you're farming early on. Oh, it's back. We are back. Oh, It went bad. Like, imagine, like, you gave up there, right? You gave up. You're like, oh my god, I'm not getting anything. That's garbage. Look at that. Look what happened. Look, what's going on? Okay, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. The gates are opened. Please don't close. No. I had to keep the same rhythm. I'm going too fast now. Oh, but it's because the gates are opened. Gotta keep going. Ras, give me those Covenant bookmarks, man. I wasn't too worried about it before, but like it was like it was so bad for a while, and then it's like almost like what, 5 refresh in a row. Like, I mean, it might have been like 2 in a row and then nothing, and then 2 in a row and then nothing, and then 1. Like, it was something crazy like that. 5 sets and like 7 refreshes. That's really lucky. But it's gone now. RIP. So yeah, if I get 115 sets, there we go. There we go. Yeah, even early on you might buy this, because that main stat is crit damage. You might not be willing to do too many refreshes. You might not have the Skystones. Even though you get a ton of Skystones early on, you might not have the gold though. You might not have the gold. You should check my gold guide if you're struggling with gold. Yeah, check it out. Apply what I'm teaching you and your gold's gonna go up. And you'll be able to refresh the secret shop to get Covenant bookmarks. Or maybe you feel like that's not good enough. Doesn't matter. You'll have more gold by applying what I teach in there. So you can use that gold for whatever pleases you. Let's keep on going. Still have 530 Skystones worth of refreshes. Something like that. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. I mean, even the lifesteal set, like, you're gonna get something like that, right? But yeah, I mean, you're gonna get something like that. I don't even have the last set. But still, you're getting another roll into crit chance. I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna buy it. It's, yeah. I don't know what the other substats are gonna be, but jewelry is hard to obtain. Jewelry is hard to obtain. Damn. Oh god. But I'm not planning to build a destruction set. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one. I'm gonna have to pass because I don't have a destruction set anywhere close to being built. And by the time I do, that ring will not be worth it anymore. But that was a guarantee roll on that speed. Not the best. Like, if it was crit chance, crit damage, now that would be more juicy with a max roll or close to that. But speed, of course, speed is always good though, but it doesn't matter. Ah, nope. Imagine it was like crit damage. You get quite a bit of crit chance on the lifesteal set from the Abyss, but it really depends on how it rolls. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm not planning to build a counter set just yet. Oh, yeah. Let's keep on going, boys. And that's 3. I can't believe how good that was. Could you imagine having that like the whole way through? You would just not stop. You're like, I'm gonna keep on refreshing. Like, I set my goal of 1,902 Skystones for this video, and it's like, It's too good, boys. I've got to keep on going. Then you would set yourself a limit. You'd be like, oh, yeah, I have items like this. I farmed this. Because that's flat attack. I mean, if it was a percentage roll, I would have gone for that. But I have a few of those already. A lot of players would have bought that. But I just won't. Because I already have quite a few to enhance. I didn't even do some crafting really. So I've got to take that into consideration. But yeah, if it was another percentage roll there, because speed was already taken, would have been probably an instant buy, but it was health set, so it would have it would depend on what the fourth stat would have been instead of that that flat roll. Of course, defensive stats would be better on a health set than offensive stats, but it's fine. You can go attack set if you're farming golem with like a health set. It's totally fine. You just gotta balance your stats. It really depends on what the purpose of that. Whoever's gonna wear the gear, what are they gonna do? But PvE, you need some sort of survival. You need some like some health, some defense. Or I mean, you're just gonna get destroyed, and then if you're dead, you're not doing any damage. That's usually how you should look at it. Oh, there we go. Closing in now. Almost there. If that was a speed roll. Health. Nope. I have pair of boots like that. But the thing is, you need to be more picky in the secret shop, guys, because you have to pay for the item. If you're like, alright, a piece of item like that, like, I don't need that, this is what I need. When I'm gonna roll it, I'm gonna feel good about it. No matter where it lands, it's a win kind of deal. And you're like, I need that set. You know it's gonna take a while to find it or craft it, but you've got to be willing to spend that gold to get it. Crit chance with health. It's tempting. Don't have too many of those. Crit chance headset. One second. Yeah, I don't have too many crit chance. Barely any. The item level is low. I'm just gonna go for it. If you're not too far in terms of progression, these pieces of jewelry are gonna be way more tempting to buy. And there was that health percentage substat, so I know there's a roll guarantee on that. Hit set, not too hard to fulfill. But if that was a 4-piece set that I don't farm, that'd be a different story. But I can use that on a broken set, it's fine. That's still a bunch of crit chance. 55% crit chance is a lot. That means you can be so much more flexible with the rest of your gear. And with the Abyss set, yeah, sometimes you don't get too many rolls into crit chance. Could have checked those boots if they were speed, but not too worried about it. It's just good quality. Yeah, definitely took a lot of gold. Man, I hope I get 100 Covenant Bookmarks. Oh. I mean, over that, like a decent amount over. My goal is 115 Covenant Bookmarks. Nope. It was hit set. I really want like crit set. Crit set, destruction set, speed set. But yeah, speed set is not a huge deal. Life steal set too. That's really good. If you get like crit damage or crit chance on a neck. Gotta be picky. If it was a speed substat though. Closing in on that 24,103 Skystones mark. Nice. Let's keep on going here. So was it worth it? It's gonna be different for everyone. This is all random. Small gambles, really small gambles. But these are so many different chances to spawn some really strong items. You have to pay gold for the bookmarks and the items, but it's up to you to decide if the item is worth buying for your particular case, your particular situation. You might be even like mid or late game and you want to build that new hero and you don't quite have the gear for it. I mean, even if you can craft 4 of the 6 pieces, you still need like necklace and ring, and this could be the place where you get lucky. Well, on top of getting your Covenant Bookmarks, you just got to be willing to spend gold. A lot of players, I see a lot of players in the comment section are like, yeah, thanks for showing me this, this is not worth it. But it could have been a video where I was not lucky and I just got just above like how much you would get from the shop. So for the gold I spent and the time it took, for a lot of players it's not worth it. But now I just got a Covenant Bookmark. Like, I got a few just near the end. I feel like these could be the ones that will... Oh my god. That's 4 speed. Effect resists. That's unfortunate. I would have much liked... Effect resistance is more mid-game. You start to worry about that for defense. Mid-late game. But it's speed set with 4 speed. Oh god. I have to go for it. And it has 7 attack. Just gonna go for that. Just gonna roll it, and it's gonna just roll into the attack percentage instead of rolling to the speed. But maybe this account gets lucky. To be honest, like on my first account, when I get a piece of jewelry and it has a speed substat, it just doesn't roll into it, or does roll into it, but the roll is garbage. That's it. That's it. So I've done all the refreshes. So let's see here. The gold, well, it doesn't matter. Like it is 184,000 gold per 5 sets of Covenant Bookmarks. That we know. The extra gold is because I decided to buy some items. That's why. I decided to buy some items, and I did buy quite a few. Like this life steal set. I decided to go for it because of the crit chance substat, and life steal set is still quite useful for how far I am in term of progression. Crit chance neck, item level 85. I don't have too many of those, so I went for it and hit set 2-piece. That's max roll on the speed, and on a speed set could potentially roll more into speed, so I'm just gonna try that gamble. Now let's see how many Covenant Bookmarks I have. 161. So My goal was 145, which I did. I did that, but that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I got plus 130 bookmarks out of this session. I started, like I said, with 31 Covenant bookmarks. I started with 26,005 Skystones, so I needed to stop at this amount to be the same as, well, with plus 2 Skystones. I used 1,902 Skystones. I didn't even get a set of Covenant bookmark on the last refresh anyways. But that's the price for 2 sets of 50 Covenant bookmarks. So that's 100 Covenant bookmarks usually. Now I got 30 bookmarks above the rate you get from the shop. I had to spend the gold though. I had to spend the gold. So yeah. So let's calculate. But actually, it's when you go and you buy it from the shop, you're getting 20 sets of 5. But if I go 20 times 184,000, I paid just for the bookmarks 3.68 million gold. That's not much. That's not much because the gold went down because of the items that I bought. That's the thing you have to understand, guys. Don't look at the gold before and after and be like, yo, this is not worth it. I bought these items here. I bought the items. So just remember that. I only spent, well, actually I got more bookmarks than the shop. So yeah, from the shop, if you go for 2 sets for 100 Covenant bookmarks, that's 3.68 mil gold. But now I got 130. So I divide that by 5, so that's 26 times 184,000. So that costed just below 5 million gold. It was 4.78 million gold. But yeah, if you went for 2 sets, it would have costed 3.68. You just gotta be willing to spend that gold. It's up to you to decide. I came out with more bookmarks that I would have had if I went for the shop. The rate was you'll get more that way on average. You could be unlucky, it could go terribly wrong. I mean, I've got comments like, yo, I did like 100 secret shop refresh, I used 300 Skystones, I got nothing, or like I got just a few. But then like you could do the same and just get a bunch. I mean, you usually hear the comments about people that things didn't go properly, like things went wrong, they got unlucky, and they come in the comment section and tell you about it. So that, just remember about all that. You can do your testing, just don't go crazy about it. If you get unlucky, you can always take a break, set yourself a limit. But as you saw, like I hit like a bad streak, but then it went crazy. I did like 7 refresh, and 5 of those 7 I got Covenant bookmarks out of them. So just remember things like that, and you can get some really strong items. The earlier you do this in terms of progression, the better chance you'll get an upgrade. But don't buy everything you see, guys. Don't buy everything you see. Just you've got to be picky. Don't be too picky in the earlier stage of the game, but be more and more picky the further you are in the game. But you'll know, because when you farm hunts or craft, you know what when you're happy about a drop, you should get the same feeling, or it should be like you'd be more happy if you got it as drop, of course, because it doesn't cost gold. But yeah, you'll know if that piece is gonna make you happy buying it. Also remember, necklaces and rings, you cannot craft those, they are harder to obtain. So yeah, good luck. Alright, I'm Astranox. Like, comment, subscribe for more, press the bell icon for like to be notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. Gameplays of all sorts, arena, guild wars, guides, tips and how-tos, and Abyss Floor 62 plus. The next video I'm gonna be doing, it might not be the next, but shortly after this one, there's gonna be the summoning for Dizzy. I'm gonna go for hopefully I don't hit guarantee, but whatever. I'm probably expecting to hit guarantee now, but I know she's coming. And she's limited, so she's too good. I have to get her on my second account, even though I didn't want to go for limited heroes. That hero's different story. She's no Luna. She brings so much more to a team, so I've got to go for her. Anyways, good luck with all that. Peace out for now.